All right, so if you work in production, you probably have an idea of what a crew credits caption looks like. Production company posts a video to Instagram or some platform, and the full crew is listed in the caption with all their departments, handles, names. It's a great look for everybody, but they are a pain in the ass to put together, especially if you are a company that has a pretty high video output and you like to credit all your crew in every video. So I've actually found a way to create a full credits list in under 30 seconds, and I'm going to show you that. We're going to go to Claude, and I have a templated prompt that I use, which is going to be my Instagram credits caption. We're going to fire it out of Text Expander. And then what it's going to do is it's going to prompt me for the shoot details. So I'm going to go into my crew list. I'm going to select all their positions and their names. I'm going to select it. I'm going to go back to Claude. I'm going to paste the crew list in there, and I'm going to press Enter. It's going to load. It's going to get values, and what it's actually doing is it's pulling from my database, which I will show you guys later. It has the full database. It pulls everybody's information, and it'll give a few notes based on some parameters that I've set for it in the prompt, but it has done a full credits list, which we will copy, and then you can just take that and go post it wherever you need to. So there's our full credits list. So let me walk you through what I've done. So as a production manager, I'm usually the one with the most complete picture of who is on a job. And so my producer would usually be the one who was making all of these credits lists. And I was like, I can probably take this off his plate and I can probably do it really quickly. Because there were times where he would have to manually search for handles. He'd be tracking down positions. He'd have to format everything. But now that I have this prompt, I can do in 30 seconds what used to take my producer maybe like, I don't know, 15 minutes to 45 minutes, depending on how many names he had to track down. So this whole thing has three pieces working together. The first is going to be the crew database. Now, I've done videos on this before. You can click on the link here to show how I set it up. So this is just a full database of all the crew that I have. It automatically populates my crew sheet, and it has also become very useful for making these Instagram captions because I have a column for all of their Instagram handles or whatever social media credit they want to be tied to. The second thing is going to be the prompt itself, which I'll pull up here, and I will also include in the link in the description below. But it basically runs in 3 steps. The first thing it does is it will internalize all of the formatting rules. So things like department priority, how to handle multiple people in the same role, what to do with edge cases, what's the standard department order I want it to follow. It'll give Claude all of this context so that it knows, okay, here's how I want this structured. The second is providing the crew database itself. Now, there are 2 ways to do this. The easy way is every time you run this prompt, you just have to simply copy paste your entire database into Claude. It's a relatively simple thing to copy paste, but I actually do have a extra step that I've set up that allows Claude to directly access my crew database using something called an MCP, which is a model context protocol that allows it to actually go into this sheet and reference it. This is not a requirement by any means. Copy pasting your database works just fine. It's just one of those things that I wanted to use to streamline. But I will provide some literature in a link in the description that will help you set this up if you would like to do that. And then the final part of it is what you saw in the beginning, where I take the crew names and positions, I insert them into Claude, and it processes that, cross-references it against the database, and then spits out the final result that we see right here. So once again, just for reference, we pull our Instagram credits caption, and you'll see it pulls everything right here, all the information. It'll intake that information. We will go back to the crew list that we have right here. We'll get our roles and the names of our talent. We'll copy it. We'll go back into Claude, paste it, press enter. It's going to load, and this is the process where it's going to go to Google Sheet to get those values. It pulls the sheet ID, all the things like that, and then generates the caption for us. All right, so it's generated the caption. We'll highlight, copy, and we can paste it right here. Perfect. And then one more thing worth mentioning is I have a Google form that I actually send out with call sheets that lets crew members submit their own Instagram handles. So with this, I can get their email, their name, their position, and then how they would like to be listed in the credits. As of right now, this goes to its own sheet. It doesn't actually update the database itself. So I do have to come in here and manually update names that don't have it. but it's usually pretty quick. And I mean, I do have some other kind of shortcuts that I know how to do with AI that make it a little bit easier, but I haven't formalized them yet. So all things considered, it isn't that much of a time suck. But overall, between the two, this just makes handle collection a lot cleaner, and this makes the generation of captions almost instantaneous. It's important to be able to credit the crew, but the time that it takes to sometimes put these together manually is just really, really cumbersome. And I did not want to deal with that anymore. But that's it. So the prompt, the Google Forms template, and the MCP that allows the Google Sheets to connect to Claude directly will all be in a link in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next one.